James, notable 100% speedrunner. So very good in the execution phases. And we have Jim, who is a student of the randomizer, hasn't really ever speedrun the game, but has done a lot of randomizer runs. So should be a really good time. We're hoping. We did get a visit to the lab last night. Hoping for maybe another visit to the lab today. Something we haven't really seen much of so far this tournament. Going past those lasers, we have the prism break flag with those items in the item pool that open up those laser gates, and there's really not been a lot of seeds where all three of them are even collected, let alone we have a seed where they are required to be used. So we're hoping for a little bit of a full exploration of this wonderful game, So hopefully we see a lot of this map as we get started, and we're starting out with Blood Orb. Okay. Not a bad one. It's not minus. It's not plus.
Let's hope they find some actual damage soon.
Well, starting in the past, Blood Orb is a little bit better than some other orbs, as they get regular Storm Eye as well. So that's something you kind of don't really want to see early. It has its uses once you have a little bit more damage boosting, but not a bad spell in general. There's some bosses that it's actually very good at killing. So Blood Orb is pretty good. I like Blood Orb. It is a bit slow. That's the main knock against it. It is a bit awkward in that it starts at the target instead of coming out from Lunaeus's body. It actually starts and then retreats towards Lunaeus. So if you're running away from the Blood Orbs, you actually can find yourself unable to attack until those Blood Orbs catch up with you.
And we got a spindle in the first 3 chests. Okay.
We do have a spindle. Fast. That is one of our 5 pieces of the time spinner. It's also half of our present access, if that is indeed our present access for this seed. We hit Ice Orb, and it's just normal. No minuses, no pluses yet. This is an interesting start damage-wise to this seed.
Interesting. Tonberry James's stream seems to be...
Yeah, well, there you go. We got him back.
We got him back.
We have a Merchant Crow. Not really important until we get to that lab that we haven't really seen a whole lot of this tournament, but could be there for us. And there's the wheel. Wow, that is actually a very interesting find with present access there. We have a divergence here. James going down to capture this portal. Maybe, yeah, is going to do out of logic bat ledge. Oh no, I don't think it is out of logic with Teleria attachment. So gave it one try. Said, well, we'll come back for that later. Yeah, and both of our runners immediately go into that library. Very interesting. There are a lot of checks they can get here, and Plasma Geyser is something you really want to find before you go further into the past. You can kind of get those pink checks right in stride. James is not buying a Warp Shard yet, probably wanting to get some of this money up here before he ventures into that Warp Shard territory, but that is one Warp Shard that Jim can use to get out of this area without having to backtrack. So we'll see what goes on. And James just finds a Warp Shard in the room anyway. What a find. Perfect.
No problem at all.
All right, and then there you go. We have Galaxy Earrings for sale. They are relatively affordable in terms of the value that they add to your loadout, but our runners are kind of broke, and Warp Shards are a bit of a priority here. So we'll see if both of our runners decide to stay here in the present, or if they both, or if one goes to the past. And it does look like Jim's going to go to the past while James comes to the present. It's going to be heading left. Who's going to be doing that boots fight? As Jim is going to the past, he's going to head into the castle. I don't think we've seen a map check from either of our runners, so we don't know what's flooded and what's not. We're just going pure vibes-based routing here. All right, well, we have a good boss to find at a weak location. So this is nice. You don't want to run into this boss when he's difficult to kill. Although we are going to have to waste a little bit of time here. We don't have a ton of high damage, but this is about what you want to do. Jump over. You could have gotten... Okay, well, he's doing a good job here. You can actually bait him into that Aura Serpent. So you can actually get really close to him and do a ton of damage for a long period of time where he's not going to be hitting you. We did see an ancient coin on Jim's side. That's not an egg, but it does sell for quite a bit if he wants to maybe entertain selling that and getting those galaxy earrings or even getting more warp shards. The poison trap that Jim ran into there is not great. James kind of on the verge of taking a death here. He's running out of sand, but he's going to have to keep that sand going because his only way of avoiding damage is... he's in danger zone here. Oh, didn't get hit by that backswing. It's very dangerous. And he's got the sword. The good thing is when you hit a... Oh, no!
What?
He took the death. That was a long time fighting that spot, and then taking a death. Hasn't saved in a bit. Oh, hasn't even...
Yeah,
he doesn't even have the wheel.
Grab the wheel.
Yeah, there you go. Jim's got that plasma geyser equipped, so that's probably the good spell that they have right now. And we have a security key card B, so there's that wheel, and I'm wondering what James is going to do now. He must be in his head about this right now. If I was him, I would definitely be in my own head about that death. It was a long time, and then you get nothing out of it. Yeah, it looks like he's just heading right into the castle ramparts. James not getting those the bombardier chest either.
Probably waiting for a little bit more vertical.
Yeah, he might be, or he might just be doing everything he can, just taking anything that's going to take a long time to do and just cutting it out of his route.
Very possible too.
All right, so we see nothing out of the twins location. We don't have access to any higher in the castle, so Jim just warp shards out, heads to Lake Serene. Never mind. He's going to the library. Oh, what is he doing?
I have no idea.
Is he checking bombardier? Because he didn't check bombardiers either. They both had the wheel. Okay. Well, now I have my secret hope that bombardiers has like the D card or something, or maybe a double jump. I think that would be a very interesting find if that was the case.
No, bet ledge. Oh.
Did not attempt that ledge. Okay, just probably going down here to see what's in the upper caves.
No, just grabbing the warp.
Just grabbing the warp. Okay, so Jim's gonna head off, maybe buy some more warp shard or not. Okay, cool. So he's gonna go and do the same thing James just did. He's gonna be... I mean... He's got the plasma geyser, which is going to be really good here. The plasma geyser is strong against Emperor Nuvius, so that should be a benefit there. It does kind of make you hold perfectly still, and we haven't really seen much in the way of damage per second boosts in the gear. We haven't seen any like cool headgear or body armor that's going to help our runners out here. So they're kind of just going armorless into these fights and into these areas. All right, and here we go. We're going to see Jim's attempt here on Emperor Nuvius. It's still not a ton of damage, but it is damage.
It is damage. Remember that it's neutral. It's not a plus, sadly.
It is not a plus. So, yeah, you just duck under that Aura Serpent. James is wrapping up this castle loop. We'll see what he ends up doing here. I am just dying to know what is in that Bombardier's chest that neither of the runners got. It is in logic for them.
Yeah, it is, because with the wheel, they are able to time stop and climb up.
Yeah. Speaking of wheel, Jim opting not to stop time. Maybe needs to heal here. Nope. Okay, got there. He saw the desperation, and there's a shiny rock. Just yet another thing to sell here. So,
I mean, those galaxy earrings look great in a bit when he's gonna grab some more warp shorts.
Oh, Jim's using Tailwind Ring. I was wondering where his aura all went. All right, I don't think Jim got this, so we'll see what that is. Yeah, just a health up. And I guess we're going to see if we get a boss check here, and James is heading right into it. Oh, there's a Chaos Blades Plus, finally.
That means that IORB is plus 2, right?
It certainly does mean that IORB is plus. And we have a Zarian, and yeah, James is like, no.
Oh, yeah.
No thanks.
Oh, hell no.
We have an Empire Plus. Oh, dear.
Oh, damage.
We've got some damage. Oof. Kills that Chauffeur Spring. So that is another abandoned sort of sand vertical check. Okay, yeah, he's coming back and getting it. I think he realized what he had done just after he killed the bird.
Fair enough.
James is... Oh, no, he is going back and getting it. Finally. We're finally going to see what's here. Or maybe not. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Nope, he has a sand value. He's gonna... Oh, nope, he's warp sharding. All right.
Too bad.
So the mystery remains. All right, so James is heading into Lake Serene. I still don't think we've seen a map check, have we?
We have not.
I have no idea if there's water here. That is Azure Queen of Cantor, and that's not a bad find. They have Blood Orb, which is strong. There's an A card. They can't really do anything with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are going to need a little bit more vertical or a D card and an elevator key card to do anything with it. But it's good to have. Again, Jim has sort of faded Lake Serene so far. So we'll see where exactly he heads from here. Yeah, he's going to sell that shiny rock and buy... Yeah, those galaxy earrings. There you go. 2,000, buying a pointy hat and a midnight cloak. That's how desperate we are, chat. That is how desperate we are.
Honestly, fair enough. Although they did find damage. So.
Yeah, they did find damage. Jim found orb-based damage, but midnight cloak is honestly not that bad of a buy there. If there's nothing else, like Jim's done a lot of checks and they found old coat. I'm pretty sure that is the only armor they've found.
That hurts.
Yeah. All right, so James finding boots resists all of their damage. Oh, Jim's just going right into that Azure Queen as that Empire Plus. Feels pretty good. Is still using that Tailwind Ring. Well, I don't know if that's on purpose or not. James using Ice Orb to great effect here on boots over here at the Azure Queen spot. He was using Storm Eye. Actually, Storm Eye, I believe, what I saw, the falling rocks when Boots stomps the ground, the Storm Eye actually, breaks those rocks, which is very interesting. Right now,
halfway for Jim.
Yep, we're gonna see the end of this fight probably once Jim comes back here, but I would say that right now Jim has a bit of a lead. James took a pretty nasty death very early here, and is kind of flirting with another. He really does need to be careful. And so does Jim. Jim needs to be careful too. He has tons of potions. Oh, James. The good news here. The good news here is that this fight is right next to the save point. James is just going to backtrack. There is no water in Lake Serene, so that's good for him as Jim takes out Azure Queen at Cantorin. What's the reward? Just a berry pick-me-up.
That hurts.
That does hurt. Jim gets that A card. We're going to see... Yeah, no way to burn the vines yet, so... this is going to be a bunch of stuff that we've already seen James pick up. Nothing really important at all. James making a little staircase out of that vine. Very inventive. And there's Bombardment Plus! James is finally in possession of some damage. Yeah, he's going to head back and he's going to take out Emperor Nuvius for sure here. All right, Jim heading over to fight Boots at Azure Queen. Much more well-equipped for this fight than James was.
That's for sure.
Finally, taking off that Tailwind Ring. You did good, Tailwind Ring. Yeah, Jim's getting a lot of damage in here with that Empire Plus. And the Chaos Blades Plus, for that matter. All right. There you go. Still no way to burn the vines here. We have a Plasma Crystal, which is no help. And we have Lab Glasses, which, you know, sure. All right, James using Bombardment over there to take out Emperor Nuvius. It's tons and tons of damage.
Indeed, and finding a shiny rock.
Yeah. Still have no idea what's at Bombardiers, and it's driving me crazy. An elevator keycard, it's really not any help right now, though.
Not yet.
It doesn't get him anything. And an antidote. I'm gonna lose my mind.
What if progression right now will be a Bombardier's check?
Yeah, I think Jim went to the wrong portal. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's checking Bombardiers. Yeah, you have to. I don't know if there's anything else to check.
I don't know either.
All right, so Jim hopping up here, getting this check. James getting all that cool gear. It was just a Galaxy Stone. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious.
I mean, what do they then still have?
This check right here that James is doing. Oh no, yeah, Jim went back and got that. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So Jim heading up, and he's gonna do. Is it Zarian at Twins? I guess. Could be Batledge. Could be Zarian at Twins.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
Is
Batledge in Logic?
Yeah, with the Teleria attachment, Batledge is in Logic. We don't have access to Pink Room yet, Garrett. We don't have enough vertical to get there.
Sadly not, no. We just need that light wall.
Yeah, just a light wall. That's all you need. Alright.
That's all they need. The whole
It's
run.
literally all they need. Where are you heading, James? Lake Serene again. Gonna head in, maybe do Canter in here. All right, here we go. We have Bombardment Plus on James's side, which would help out a lot against Zarian. Obviously, Jim's got Empire Plus, which is very, very good. He's just gonna ride that all the way to victory here. He's not gonna take a ton of damage from these hits with those pieces of armor that he bought. And there it went, yeah. Just a lot of damage. And we have the Succubus Hairpin behind Zarian at the Golden Idol. How about that? Great seed.
I mean, I don't know if I can say good job, Wef, just yet. Let's see if you actually rolled that they had to go to the lab.
Well, I mean, I think Vanilla Hairpin is good enough. I'll take that consolation prize. All right, here we go. We are into new territory, a princess dress. That'll definitely do better than your midnight cloak. James is heading over here to have his revenge on Boots at Azure Queen.
Punch that's Kitty.
All right, Jim heading up here into the Royal Towers is going to have to do a little quick sort of almost a coyote jump here. Oh my gosh, Bombardment Plus just is so good against big bosses. We have a Sellen's Bangle find on Jim's side, so that's Galaxy Earrings and Sellen's Bangle. Plenty of experience on Jim's side. All right. We're going to see a struggle juggle here. Not so struggle juggle, I guess we call it, because it's the easy one. Okay, so James heading down. He's going to give another look at Bat Ledge, hopefully. Or maybe not. Nope. Guess he's not. Stoles here in the present. Jim's not going to equip those yet because he does have those experience boosters on his accessory slots, so no real reason to equip those Adder Stoles yet. We'll see if he remembers that he has them in the late game. Is that an Empress Robe? Yeah. Thought it was an Eternal Coat. And, almost had the slick little, oh no! He's going to run out of sand.
Yeah, that was not gonna happen. That's too bad.
Yeah, I think the icicle was just a little too steep.
It was.
All right, James heading to get this. Basically doing everything except for that Zarian twins that he saw. Kind of unfortunate. He probably made the right decision at the time to bail, but it turns out that once you have all of this cool extra damage, it's kind of a trivial fight, especially, like I said, James has Bombardment Plus. That's a lot of damage. All right, we'll see another struggle juggle here. He's got an unfortunate little spell cast there. All right, yeah, he's being a little more cooperative now. Oh no!
Oh, I'm missing it. Oh,
He forgot to unpause time. You don't actually have to be standing on that platform. He finds the Oculus ring. I guess that is a good consolation prize, and Jim's probably just gonna leave with that consolation prize. And I guess that'll be one more place where if there's something important at Struggle Juggle, James is gonna have an opportunity to grab it. And that's going to be a location that Jim fades as he finds gear in the tower.
Indeed.
All right, we're getting a Bat Ledge check here, it looks like. Or at least another attempt at one. Oh, almost. Nope, not quite. Yeah, he's got to go save. He's just really begging to not have to go. He's really hoping that Zarian at Twins is not the play. Here you go. Jhin Inferno Plus is not bad. That's a good find. That's going to help him a lot with that Zarian fight. So he already had the goods, and now he's really got the goods.
Oh yeah, Jim is happy about finding that eye orb.
Yeah, that eye orb's huge. We got a past warp, but it was to Castle Ramparts, so not very helpful.
Sadly, Jim does not have the vertical yet to protect the attic.
Oh my gosh, this is true. This is a first fire source, so James is going to burn vines. He's basically all in on that Zarian at Twins fight not being required.
Well, we'll see what he'll find.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe there's a Celestial Sash or a Light Wall.
There could be a Light Wall or a Sash. There are 2 items out there. Obviously, movement tech right now on Jim's side, as he is in a search for his progression again behind some Oculus Ring checks. There's not a whole lot for our runners to do right now, actually. Jim does have access to Zarian Cave. A little surprised that he's not doing that right now, but probably doesn't want to go down there without a way to easily kill those mushrooms.
Checking where to go.
Yeah. All right, let's see what James gets here at the Burned Vines locations. Oh, Jim's going to the Maw Caves. Duh, of course. There's no water here.
Fair enough.
Okay. Well, he's grabbing the warp, and yeah, he's gonna get this stuff over here, and then he'll warp shard back and get the rest of those. All right. James is going to really need something to be... Oh, yeah, he has to abandon that check, and he has to abandon the Oculus check down here.
Indeed.
Oh, my goodness. It's a light wall.
Light wall.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, no more movement is needed. Just... This is fine.
Oh, wow.
Just don't check twin spot.
What is happening? I cannot believe that light wall. James heading into the castle keep. He's gonna make the climb, it looks like. Okay, so that is super interesting find. That is infinite vertical, which Jim does not have yet. He also doesn't even have fire. That Jhin Inferno is on Bat Ledge. He can easily get Bat Ledge now because of that double jump, but we'll see how long it takes him to get there.
First
Yeah,
equipping a lab coat.
Yeah, that lab coat's a pretty good find. A little bit better than the princess dress, and really anything helps. Oh yeah, James is doing. Yeah, James is getting the double jump here. This is actually going to be very interesting.
Oh.
When James gets this double jump, he's going to have really good movement. So we'll see if that advantage comes back and helps him overcome those early deaths that he took. Just really unfortunate early deaths.
Jim having no problem with those mushrooms by using time stop to avoid the poison.
Yep.
Very smart.
Getting some decent experience by killing them too, with that Sellen's Bangle and the Galaxy Earrings.
For sure.
Alright, so we have double jump, light wall, and there's a pyro ring for burnable vines for Jim, so he doesn't even need that Jhin Inferno. But again, we'll see how long it actually takes him to go do those burn vine checks. It does have his light wall. If he doesn't find Sash, then he is going to have to do it. As it stands right now, yeah, I would still say Jim is in a pretty solid lead thanks to those deaths, but the double jump light wall is going to mean that James isn't going to have to struggle juggle. So he's
huge.
definitely going to get that
Upper check.
Oh, there's a security key card D and our first laser access in Maw Cave. So that's another, there you go. That's another big find for Jim. So James is definitely going to have to go do Maw Caves at some point. I would highly doubt that the D card is not required, if not that laser gate. Okay. And James is off. He will get a gear here, and he will get an Oculus ring, and some other thing that's at the Struggle Juggle location. We'll see what it is.
Ooh, and he can get into the attic too in a bit.
That's true.
Lights.
Yeah, James is going to really need something to be in one of those two locations.
That would make the run. Some beautiful execution of that light wall there.
Yep, and there's the gear. James will clear out this left tower first. A more conventional route. Or not. Whatever. Who knows? What do I know? I don't know anything.
Nah, why would you?
Yeah, with no water mask, Jim has already checked those upper Maw Caves checks. So we'll see where he goes next. I guess my guess is he's got. Well, I thought he was going to take that D card over to Varney's tower, but it looks like he's got some other stuff in mind here. Oh, he's burning vines. Just a Chaos Rose of Struggle Juggle.
Not bad at all. That sounds good for Jim, but not so good for James.
Right. So he's burning vines, so Jim is going to also get the Oculus check here that James wasn't able to get. So we'll see if something's there.
Jim not having to backtrack later.
Right. Did James pick up a Bleak Ring somewhere?
B. Unknown.
Just a Chaos Rose. Oh, an Eternal Crown at the vertical check there, though, so that's a pretty good find. And what do we got in the attic? Poison Trap.
Poison.
Not overly helpful.
F.
All right, so Jim's gonna get his light wall here. Not sure what he's gonna do with it right off the bat. Again, with that A card, Zarian Caves is beckoning, but he also has that D card and the elevator key card. No C, which is a bit of a bummer, but the he does have that B card, so he can actually get to the right side of the tower. He'll just be missing a couple of checks, but he will be able to tag that warp. Here's another check I don't think Jim has done yet. The skeleton.
No.
Star of Lakia. Man, James is going to go ahead and take that Jin Inferno plus and his Eye Orb plus into Zarian Caves. All right, here comes Jim's light wall. Once he gets past this little section, again, he is going to be able to get this Oculus check that James had to skip. So and this vertical check for that matter that James had to skip. So we'll see if anything's here. Just a health up. Soul scanner. Oh wait, actually James I think did get that soul scanner because he backtracked after he got that light wall. So,
but yeah, nothing there. Really.
Yeah, nothing really there. Here's Jim's light wall, and here we go. Where is Jim heading? Max sand up here, down here for James, and another max sand up, not worth keeping. Goes ahead and saves and quits out of those checks.
Checking those 3D cards. Nothing there.
Yeah, it was a throw trap, but he was already well on his way out, so. James is making a play here. Like he's going into Zarian Caves instead of Maw Caves here because he knows what position he's in. He knows that he's taken 2 deaths. He's got to find something here. Maw Caves did have the D card, but it didn't have a piece of the Timespinner, so or a water mask for that matter. That is a pretty good find for James. If Jim finds some progression here in Varney's Tower, and we have a Timespinner piece underwater, that could just be the thing James needs to make this more of a race.
Indeed. Feel right?
Right, we're getting the immense breakable wall here. Just a max sand up. Nothing really of consequence in the tower yet. All right, James is doing water mask stuff.
See what is in there then, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna get the green platform breakable wall while he's here. He's gonna maybe head to Upper Maw Caves. Oh, there's Kobo underwater. That could be something. That is 3 checks.
Could be.
Yep, Tonberry James going into the moat. He's already got 1 payoff on the underwater checks as Jim heads up right side. Oh, there's the security key card C.
That's something Jim wants right now. I see.
Yeah.
Like going through the towers.
That is something Jim wishes he had right now. It's going to have to be a double dip if he finds that, and he hasn't gotten into go mode yet. But really nothing at all in these towers.
Corruption Plus, but that isn't anything anymore after he already found Jin Plus.
Yeah.
And Bombardment Plus.
Yeah, not a whole lot of reasons to use Corruption Plus. Oh yeah, James is like, oh yeah, I haven't done this yet. let me just take this out real quick.
I mean,
The Bleak Ring, and there went the Azure Queen. All right, we have a glass pumpkin as Jim's last check up in the towers.
See if he will go to the Zarian Caves too.
Yeah, he's going to Zarian Caves. There it is.
Very good.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. I don't know what else he could have done. I mean, I guess some one-offs with the Oculus Ring. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing too notable.
Yeah, we see a little savvy save and quit from James there. He checked those stuff that he had missed, but he had saved right before, so he didn't have to backtrack if it was nothing. And obviously, we knew it was nothing. And it does look like James is going to be heading into the Maw Caves now.
I mean, that is where we found that D card, right?
Yeah, the D card, and like you had pointed out, that C card will be in James's possession, where it wasn't in Jim's. And the deeper we go without any real finds here in terms of progression, like the more it's looking like that C card and maybe even Kobo is going to have the progression that our runners need. No pyramid access yet. We still haven't seen a modern warp beacon. The modern warp beacon, no real place that it could be that's relevant except... Well, no, I mean, with the B card, there's really nowhere it could be that's relevant. So the modern warp beacon's kind of a non-factor. So really, the only warp beacon we're looking for is the mysterious warp beacon, which gives our pyramid access. Something else that's interesting and outstanding is a gas mask find. Might be a really cheeky kind of check. Opens up 2 checks after the Maw is defeated. Kobo is a double dip, but Jim would have to do Waterfall in order to even get Kobo, so that's kind of why it's a little bit important. Yeah, that's another good call. James will be heading into the Varney Tower area with C-Card and notably the Water Mask, which is important because it lets you check those caves down that you need elevator from Varney's Tower to get to, the Siren Caves.
I'm finally picking up that
Yeah.
Infernal.
It is pretty good. It's, I mean, even picking it up late where it's not like your fire, it's still a pretty good find. It does look like Jim is routing in the waterfall, so here comes Kobo for Jim.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. And now we've got some. Yeah, we're gonna see some upper Maw Caves checks. James will be. We might see a little convergence here, actually. We might see a little bit of convergence between the two runners finally. We get a save from James. I wonder if he's gonna just go ahead and hit up. No, okay. I was wondering if he was going to go ahead and hit up the Maw fight, but I guess not. Usually when you see that save, it's just like a cheeky save and quit opportunity, but looks like he's not going to do that.
Not today.
All right, so against all odds, our runners are in the same place. Well, throw stun. See ya! Okay, and you're up here. Hey, it was a time save. It was a time save.
It was a time save. That's something.
Yeah, so Jim knows that he's out of warp shards, so he's gonna go pick up some more of those. I'll see if he's just Kobo while he's here, actually.
I would expect him to.
I would too. They have some serious damage, so yeah, he's going right up there.
Yeah, and if he doesn't find anything there, he's probably going back into the Varney Towers with that C. Oh no, not that C card. Where was the C card?
He does not have the C card. The C card was underwater in the moat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saracen. All right, James, where are you going?
Stands up. A dive.
And it is Prince Nuvius at Kobo.
The easier of the dad fights.
Yep, there is a little bit of a cycle issue with Prince Nuvius versus Emperor Nuvius. Since Prince Nuvius has fewer cycles, you actually get this hard-to-avoid sword maneuver more frequently. But the flip side is that you have time stop and it doesn't matter. Oh, did James not get this when he was doing these checks? That's funny.
And there's nothing at Kobo.
Nothing at all at Kobo. All right, well, we'll see if James decides to follow that. Yeah, looks... Well, no, he's got the D card. He could just be going full clear of Varney's Tower at this point. We'll see if he decides while he's here to go snag Kobo checks. As we do see, those upper Siren Caves are the Siren Caves checks here. Oh, no, he's skipping Kobo. We're going to see a full clear of Varney's tower, except for the med bay on James's side.
I mean, honestly, we know it's a good call to not do Kobo, but it are a couple checks.
Yeah. Oh, there's a laser
There's
access in
laser
Siren
access.
Caves. Interesting.
I mean, you want to go to labs, right?
I really do want to go to the lab. Like, really badly. And the longer we go without a tablet, the worse it looks.
Still need 2 pieces, and they need to wait to get to the pyramid. So, you know.
That's true. We
There's
could have
still
a buried.
enough needed.
We could have a buried pyramid access. Never mind.
Never mind, indeed.
Never mind.
Okay, so the last gear is gonna be way up there, right?
It's got to be somewhere. Yeah, sure.
Runners will not be happy with that, and we just want to see it all.
With regret sash. There, vanilla sash. We already had. Hey, we had vanilla hairpin.
Oh, true.
Why not vanilla sash? Jim's going and checking. Well, might not check regret chest.
In the sea areas.
All right, so we have.
James is doing that right now.
There's a tablet
asked for
in the pyramid. Big deal.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Jim's just leaving.
He's like, yeah, I'm good. I've seen enough.
Just a max sand up from the Varney fight. That's an interesting bail out of the pyramid. We'll see if that's something James even does in the first place.
Indeed,
okay, well,
not even head to the right warp. I mean, double jump light wall through. It's not as painful as single jump, but still sucks.
Yeah, I don't even know if it. I mean, we're not going to know if it's flooded until they actually get there. Is the thing, because they both have water mask.
Ooh, what's regrets?
All right, Jim is heading up to. Oh, he's got Medbay here. So if Medbay is something, then ironically enough, Jim is going to be able to find something here in Tower, where James won't be able to.
There you got a gear.
Oh wow!
Oh man!
Wow!
That's not a good sign for James.
That is a required tablet in pyramid. Holy mackerel! That's a find.
Going through that little
and a V card. Oh my goodness!
That's huge for Jim. That's
more tablet
checks. Nothing James can use yet, but hey.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes. Well, James will have to find that pyramid check, and he's probably going to do it right now, actually. So we could see that same check, and we'll also see if James decides to finish the pyramid while he's there. I missed it. I'm guessing there was nothing in V room.
In.
Yeah, Jim's probably going back in.
There was nothing in the V room.
Yeah. Now that he's one piece away, heading back in to try and find that last piece and just be able to do the final bosses in stride here. Starting to think that maybe the lab's not going to be required, Vera.
You rolled it, not my fault.
All right. There's a Nether Orb Plus. It's an interesting find. It's a great source of blunt damage.
But on the other hand, doesn't really matter if I orb.
Yeah. Neither of our runners actually did fight Zarian, so that's another cool place. It is flooded. Oh dear.
Regrets. Jim not going for it.
No, not going for it. There we go. He may be grabbing this warp first. I don't blame him, honestly. If you're one item away and you can check, you want to check as many items as possible as quickly as possible. All the time it takes to get all the way over here and check this check, he would just now be hitting the bottom of regret. Like right like right now. So, and it's just alchemy tools. So Jim is oh, I was gonna say I thought he was gonna stay around and check regret. He is gonna stay around and check regret. And James is here doing Kobo.
So that's gonna be not the last gear, right? Nah, it's gotta be in way up there.
I mean, we gotta
Or
find
in
another
lab in
laser
general.
access.
True. That will
We
be
got
here.
laser access in wet regret.
Yes. Let's go. I agree here.
All right, James is fighting Prince Nuvius at the Ifrit spot. Should be pretty quick. Got that Bleak Ring Radiant tech going on. Hitting for over 100 per hit. Pretty intense.
Easy peasy.
A little plasma bag. All right, what's here? What's at regret?
Let's regret is so painful.
James looking like he's gonna do present. Oh, that's an economizer
No.
ring. Oh, we're Oculus buried here. He's checking some stuff that Jim has already seen here. Just this one right here. Oh, Jim's
There
gonna
we
get
go.
his C card here and chase that for sure.
Yeah, but we know that's bait now.
Yep.
So that's too bad. So yeah, where could those... it could still be a Zarian.
Oh yeah, it absolutely could still be a Zarian. Like I don't. There's. It's just as likely as anywhere else.
Yeah, true.
Oh, there's a gear.
Oh! Okay,
Okay,
wow, that's the last
So
gear that we need.
the move that James needs to do is go to Pyramid, get the tablet, download the gear at Medbay of all places. James is going into the Zarian fight. He's not going to find anything. Maybe Sash. I don't know. It's not important anyway.
Not important.
Oh, we
Maybe a
have
little bit of time safe.
Ifrit at Zarian, and he's dead.
Easy peasy, Radiant.
And it was a trap. We have an Ilana at Varney fight, and James is heading in here to the Pyramid. Okay, well,
That's a good call. That's a good call.
it's a great call. It's the right call and a good call. We'll see if he does the same thing Jim did here with this tablet.
Oh, he is going further up.
Yeah, he is going further up. He's gonna have to do this regardless. We're gonna see if he does regret. I don't know if he's gonna do regret. I mean, 4 pieces in, 52 minutes. Why not do regret?
True.
Yeah, welcome Raiders from Mark Magus' stream. Currently we are at a Medbay gear and a Lake Desolation breakable wall gear. Jim is missing the Lake Desolation breakable wall. James is missing the Medbay. He just picked up the tablet in the Pyramid and he is about to check a very regretful wet regret. Jim is going to fight Zarian.
Yeah.
Oh, what a race. Vera, what a race!
Oh, I'm at the tip of my chair.
Alright, well, we've got Ifrit here. Ifrit should die pretty soon. Yeah, there it went.
Easy peasy, no problems.
It's just a trap.
Kept seeing that trap.
Yeah. Where are you going, Jim?
Thank you.
Where is he going?
No idea. Is he gonna wrap this?
I thought he did. Did he not do floor? Maybe? No, he did floor.
I actually have no idea what he's gonna do.
Oh, the struggle juggle and Alana's attic.
Oh, true. Well, that's nothing.
That's nothing. Oh my gosh, this is huge.
This might still be something for James. Just needs
Yeah.
to make the right choices here.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's Medbay. That's about the last place that James is going to look. Fortunately, the lab is not open. If the lab was open, I would say
all baits.
Never checking Medbay, but James is going to go to the library first, especially with that V card in tow. Oh, what a race. What a race. Yep, here he goes to the library.
Yeah, but first gonna check all the other downloads and the V-card downloads.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's way more checks here. Like, there's no reason to not. Both of our runners have that Inner Ancient Pyramid Warp, so it's literally who finds it first. Alright, where are you going, Jim? He's going to Lake Serene. There's probably... Oh, yeah, these checks here. Wow, it didn't even occur to me. Oh, yep, and here comes Medbay check. And this should be it. Wow, what a comeback. He's just ducking right in front of the elevator like, come on, come on, come on. As we hit the 55.5-minute mark and no one's finished yet. Like, ridiculous. And there's James's go mode.
That hurts.
Yeah, and Jim's going to check where he needs to right now.
Like, yeah, that's not gonna be in time no more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
All right, James is heading into these final bosses. Shouldn't have too much of an issue. We have a Sandman fight here. It looks like we're gonna just go Eye Orb with the Bleak Ring. The issue here with Sandman is he's got 2 phases, and you can't just wipe him out. You have to find... you have to kind of take a step back when you realize you've done half damage, but Jin Inferno takes care of the rest of it. And we have a vanilla final boss.
Kind of missing Raven Lord.
We did not see Raven Lord, you're right.
And there we go.
There we go.
From James.
Exclamation points for James. What a comeback. That was not pretty at times, but kind of really was able to route a whole bunch of stuff a little more efficiently than Jim because of just fewer double dips. And the movement there was really, really good from James also. Really just kind of came down to who was going to find that final gear first. James, welcome on in.
Hi.
Jim. Yeah, congratulations. Jim is wrapping up his nightmare fight right now. Yeah, there it is.
There we go. That's it.
Exclamation points in chat for Jim and James. What a stinking race this was. You have no idea. Like, you need to watch this back. It is the most frantic race I've had to commentate.
Definitely do that considering what happened early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
You did make a couple really good calls. You avoided some double dips that Jim had to do. The pit you were in for a very long time was... Yeah. It seemed like it was kind of going to be insurmountable. But like what ended up being the difference was a lot of backtracking and double dipping. That was kind of unfortunate. As we welcome Jim into the booth as well. Jim,
thank you.
Well raced. That was a heck of a race.
That was so close. That was a little closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we have some stories to tell that both of you are kind of unaware of.
god, I was
Oh,
all over
boy.
the place that seed. Ugh.
Same here, and I died twice.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Tell me a story, Granddaddy
James-
Wef.
James went to Boots when you went back to the past.
Mhm.
Ran into Emperor Nuvius, fought him
I-
for like 90 seconds, and then died.
I was so mad about that fight. I was like, oh, it's just Boots. And then my blood orb was doing 5 damage a tick, and I was like, oh no.
Mine
You
was
had that
doing
Tailwind ring
2.
rocking for a lot longer
Yeah.
than I think most people would have done that. So respect for that. Tailwind ring was doing work.
Bummer to die on the Boots fights for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then James also died at Boots at Azure Queen.
Okay.
I had bad orbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We all had bad orbs for a while. I was really happy with my eventual dip to the past.
Everything turned around when I got Empire Orb.
Yep.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was kind of the
same
main.
thing.
Yeah, the main real difference here was James had Bombardment and Jin Inferno like way before you did, Jim.
Oh.
And
Yeah, by the time I saw Jin Inferno, I was like, I have Eye Orb. What do I need this crap for?
yeah, James did single jump time stop up to Bat Ledge.
Okay. Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Sure.
Had that Jin Inferno well in advance of you having it. That was ironically his first fire.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind me, again, James, a little bit at your expense, and I don't feel bad about doing this because you ended up winning the race. Looked at what was at Twins, saw it was Zarian, and left.
Yeah. With what I had, no, not fighting Zarian with hardly anything.
Yeah, and it was the right call at the time. Like, really, it didn't hurt you all that much because you ended up getting that light wall in Burned Vines checks. So you did eventually get that vertical. It would have been pretty much the nightmare for you if there was no other vertical available, but it did pay off. You were able to get a couple of things in stride, which was good. But there was a lot of double dips and backtracking in the seed, and so I just want to ask, because we'll go over the gear progression in a bit, but I do need to ask. So Jim, you get
Yeah.
that succubus hairpin at the vanilla spot.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, there's like so much available to you.
Yeah.
So like, what immediately like hits your brain? Like, oh no, what am I doing?
My first instinct is always to go to Ilana's. The moment I get double jump or sash, my instinct is to go to Ilana's. I was worried about the struggle juggles, and rightly, as it turns out. But I think with double jump and with time stop, it's worth it to do that.
Yeah, that was one of the backtracks that you ended up having to do that was unfortunately nothing. James went into Ilana's tower with that double jump and the light wall.
Oh, he went there really late. Okay.
Yeah, well, he didn't have double jump until really late.
Mm-hmm.
So, James, you
Yes.
just seem to just honestly arbitrarily pick a broken wall to go check in Lake Desolation, and it gets a gear. At that point, you haven't even been to the pyramid yet. What is going through your brain at that point?
How far behind am I at this
I'm
point?
so
I
mad
died
about
twice
that
and
one
lost
room.
so much time.
I
Yeah.
literally last location that room.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
because
was
Jim
just doing
obviously going
Oculus
to Alana's
checks.
tower. Obviously going to Alana's tower early, had that Oculus ring, was doing a lot of those broken wall checks, and literally like the one that he didn't do had a gear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was gonna do all of the ones in the past, and I got through 2 of them, and I was like, wait a minute. There's other things available. I don't know what it was. Like, where did I go after that? Did I go to the elevator towers or something? It was something that I looked at my tracker and I was like, oh wait, there's other things I could be doing right now.
Yeah, you stopped checking those, I think, because you ended up going to
Might have
Varney's
been the
tower
mall?
with the D card,
That was it.
and
Yep.
then you full cleared those. Then you went to the maw, I believe. I think that was the order you did them in.
That sounds about right.
No, because the D card was in maw caves.
Oh, it might have been Maw first and then using the D
Yeah.
to go to the towers.
Yeah, so D-Card was in Maw Cave, so you were doing broken wall checks, and you were like, wait, there's places with like a lot more checks than
Yeah.
Go mode for James was Med Bay.
Okay.
Yep.
Got that tablet, finished Pyramid, regret and all. And
Mhm.
I'm actually
basically-
curious. Jim did regret.
When I say last location, I mean last location.
Yeah, so both of you did regret looking for that final piece of the time spinner. And unfortunate location for that economizer ring, honestly, with the way that you all had your damage set up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was basically the gist of the race. It was incredible. I'm glad we finally we didn't get lab, but we finally got our like solid just 55 plus minute seed. We've been missing those in this tournament. I gave us an hour and a half for a reason, people.
Honestly, I remember like the last like maybe 5-10 minutes going through my map and seeing that spot on my map and like, how did I not get that? Really, I didn't get that? And then going somewhere else. And then seeing it again, I'm like, really, I didn't get that? And then going somewhere else. So mad at myself.
Yeah.
I'm more mad at myself that I died to those fights.
Honestly, those were hard fights. Like I got into them and I was like, oh my god, taking a fight like this was a mistake. Like I wish I could just not be in this fight right now.
I wish I had saved Suitor so I didn't lose all that progress.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
true.
sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks.
When James died at Emperor Nuvius, he didn't even have the wheel yet when his save loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap, that's a lot of time loss. All right.
Yeah. So this ended up being a lot closer than expected.
Yeah, man. What a race. Good race, Tonberry. I wish I could have closed it out, but you got it.
It
You
was
got
a
it.
great
and,
race. Very entertaining to commentate. I hope it was as entertaining to watch as it was to commentate. The good news is, Jim, you are not out of the tournament.
Oh, yeah,
Not
not out of the
yet.
tournament. I just got to beat whoever, either Planeswater or whoever beats Planeswater. So that's, I'm looking forward to that.
Right. So
That's going to be one heck of a race.
James, you are going on to the next round to face off against the winner of Windfay Maiden and Lunar Ray Games.
Super
And
cool.
As you said, Jim, it's going to be Planeswater versus Lady Bun to determine who races Waffle. And then Waffle versus the winner of that. That's who you end up facing.
Oh my god, all three of those are just incredibly scary racers.
Yeah,
Don't
the
tell
loser's
anybody I
bracket
said
is
that.
objectively
There is.
scarier than the winner's bracket right now. I'll say it. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it. The loser's bracket
yeah,
is
yeah,
objectively
absolutely.
scarier than the winner's bracket
It's
right
true.
now.
It's very true. Oh
Oh,
my god.
that was a great race. Vera, thank you so much for joining me in the booth. Do you have any final thoughts for us?
Not really. I'm still at the edge of my seat. Honestly, that was a great race.
Yeah. Maybe go back to bed or something. It's a little early for you.
No,
No.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go take a shower and prep lunch.
All right. Sounds
Go
good.
back to bed.
Jim, do you have
Wishlist
any
Time Spinner
last?
2.
Oh yeah, wishlist
Yeah.
time spinner too. I was gonna go through our runners here. Jim, do you have any final thoughts about this race or the rest of the tournament?
I have three final thoughts about this race. First of all, !R. Second of all, !C. And third of all, Lady Bun beat Crimdall in order to have the privilege of racing against Planeswater. If she doesn't win this entire tournament, it's a travesty.
Yeah, that's honestly just a gauntlet.
If Lady Bun doesn't win it, I'm probably going to win it. Or Planeswater. We'll see.
God,
James?
I'm gonna be full of anxiety for the next week until that stuff gets scheduled out and I can finally take a race. I'm
James,
looking forward to it.
congrats on
It'll be fun.
Do you have any thoughts about this race or the remainder of the tournament?
I'm very much looking forward to how these next races are going to go, especially with the remainder of the winners and what's happening in the losers. The Planeswater and Lady Bun match is something everyone should see at this point.
Yeah, it's must-see viewing on Speedgaming. We're going to obviously
see.
try and get as much of this restreamed as possible. And speaking of which, shout-outs to Speedgaming for facilitating all of this, offering space on Speedgaming Live for us to do all of this. It's good stuff. Very exciting. And obviously, as we've said before, shout-outs and please wishlist Timespinner 2 on Steam. You can go do it. It doesn't cost you anything.
Just a few seconds of your time, and that's all.
Just a few seconds of your time. You can wishlist Timespinner 2. But yes, thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope to see you next time for another thriller of a Timespinner Randomizer race. This tournament has been so good. But thanks everybody for hanging out, and have a good rest of your day.
Hell yeah.
Have a good time. Catch y'all later.
Have a good one.